Hello everyone, it's here, G-Man again, back at another Roblox Skibidi Sage, and we're here with a quick brand new update for this game, and we got a lot to go over, so stay tuned. First off, we'll go over some of how this game looks now. Looks mainly different, and now it looks more polished and smoothed out. First off, we'll just go over the slide, basic Cameraman. It changed just a little bit. It mainly has a zoom in now. And you can still, of course, accelerate very fast. Next thing is they did add one new mode, which is called Hard Mode Endless. And basically it's just a harder version of Endless mode. So that's that. So now let's just go into Sandbox mode and test some other things out. Now another convenience feature they added is the sandbox barrel. Now you can zoom in and you can zoom out. And if, for example, if you accidentally spawn like a bunch of upgraded G-Mans, you can just clear them. Some people also summon as well. You summon a bunch of Cameraman. You can just clear them. Just like that. First off, some other glitches they fixed the health. The health givers now they actually work to the max instead of just buying the normal HP. Eventually, you can buy a super HP now. Now it works properly, so that's great. The convenience feature they added now. You can actually reset in this game. Before you couldn't do that, or you just had to kind of go over to the summons area and choose the character from there if you really wanted to reset. But now you can't do that anymore. Another glitch they fixed is with the anti-parasite gun, and it's what happened with parasite skibidis. Basically what happened before, you use the anti-parasite gun against small parasite skibidis, you just get stuck and couldn't move. I mentioned this in my older video. So I can see here, it works instantly now. It just kills them. And the anti-parasite gun kind of changed a bit as well. Now it just takes a little bit longer to shoot instead of shooting instantly. And on some characters it's made up to be accurate. You can't just shoot down for some reason, just shoot straight. I found this to be a problem with a new character called Ninja Cameraman. For some reason, you can't shoot on the ground. It'll just shoot pretty much any direction besides there. So yeah. Now regarding the weapons glitch, I think they also fixed that too, where you can't just buy stuff anymore. I think that works now, probably because they fixed everything else too as well, but who knows. Regarding weapons, the new weapon they added is the Plunger 16 cash. Now I might still despise melee weapons in this game, but the Plunger is a big improvement from the sword and the dagger, because now this weapon has crits now, as you can hear that electric sound. Each time it does that, that means there's a critical hit, which means it'll do probably twice the damage it usually does. Let's try this on a couple of titanium skibidis. Sound the crit will tell you when you hit that double crit. I feel like it's much easier to hit skibidis with the plunger now compared to the sword and dagger. It just has a better feel. Now regarding any new secrets they added to this game, I've noticed, I'm not sure if they added this before, but there's a toilet up here now. I don't think that was there before, but once again, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't remember seeing it, so yeah. Now if we go back up to this roof, you can see that they added whatever this is, which kind of looks like a chipmunk or a tiger or something. But other than that, the craters are still up here, I think in the same place. But yeah, regarding that, I think that is most of the Easter eggs they added across this map. Now regarding the backgrounds, I think that's still mainly the same. You still have to escape it. The same, so refer back to my old video called Secrets and Glitches. The limbo is still the same there.
Now you have.
Now moving on to the characters. First off, part of the TV pack now, which by the way the TV pack is now, used to be the old TV Man Game Pass, but now it's just called TV Man Pack. And now you have to buy that to unlock new characters, such as Large TV Man and just TV Woman. Those are the two new characters. But anyway, regarding that, this is Large TV Man, and he costs 45 points and has a base health 1000, which is a lot. Now it only has two abilities, of course, teleport by pressing shift, and big blinding light by pressing F. As you can see, it's a little bit slow, and you basically move really slow when you're doing it. So, yeah, you can jump high as well. Let's just try stunning a couple Skibidi commands. How about that? See, they're stuck with the Denver tracks and died as well. So yeah, it does damage as well. With Trez against some one giant, it's going to be what happened there. Okay, it doesn't seem to do anything to the giant Skibidi toilet though. But we can still flush him at least. Oh well. Oh yeah, here it's its large punch, by the way. Of course, it's got that. But anyway, that is Large TV Man. Moving on to the next one.
Ashley, look at me.
Next, moving on to the TV Woman. Also part of the TV pack, so of course I'm going to play Roblox for that. Now the TV Woman costs 55 points. The TV Woman has a base health of 250. Pretty solid. And of course has two abilities. F to teleport, and Shift to do fire lights. the Firelight is going to do damage and stuns, unlike the normal TV Man, which just stuns most of the time. So let's try this against all burning on fire. Burn. Except you kind of gotta keep aware of your stamina. I wouldn't die for some reason. You can see they're doing damage, but for some reason, is that a glitch or some of them just died? Not sure, but anyway, it does damage while flashing. So, yeah, they just died. That's strange. Okay, but anyway, it does that. But let's try this against Big Saw Toilet. Okay, I thought it would work. We did that. Can't tell if this character is broken or I'm just broken. So we try this against Metal Skibidis. They just, I guess, frickin' explode. Try this on against Flying Skibidis. They also just slowly burn to death and just die too. So, looks like the Sun ability works great against small Skibidi toilets and some giant ones too. Anyway, on to the next character. Now moving on to the new base characters. This is the Ninja Cameraman, and he costs 100 points. And he has a base health of 350, and he has 4 abilities. So first off, of course, can heal himself for pressing F, and he can dash attack by pressing Q, and of course he can himself invincible for a small period of time by pressing G. So pretty good, pretty great. Also can press shifts and slide just like a normal cameraman, so that's also good. Also melee attack. So let's try that against a couple tries against both Titanium Skibidi. So as you can see here, it also has a passive ability of being able to block attacks, which is great, so you don't die instantly. So you're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just smashing through them. I see the block attack comes really in handy when being attacked a lot. Anyway, moving on to the next troop, Spider Camera. The base health of this is 800, which is pretty good. It costs 78 points. It basically has one ability by pressing F. It is Warp Cannon ability. And of course, it has tools, can blast, which I mentioned in my last videos. The summons of it get pretty great. I'm equal to the anti-parasite gun, which is even better. So we try this against a couple giant chip Skibidi toilets. See, kind of does that move. I'm trying to see if it does any damage. Doesn't look like it does any damage though, which is a problem. So that will probably get fixed. See here, it's doing pretty solid damage. We're getting there. All of them are gone. Anyway, moving on to the next character. Now moving on to the upgraded Titans. Of course, we've got Cinemaman, upgraded TV Man with its speakers now. Just a reminder, you still need to beat Nightmare Mode to unlock TV Man type. Base out for Cinemaman is 4,500 and costs 125 points. And basically, pretty much difference is now it can pierce through probably toilets that can't see or have sunglasses. Of course, got Stomp, left shift, and then the super red light of death, which is very loud, very loud. Can also still do the flash glitch in this update. Anyway, next we got, of course, teleport as always. Just to review, left shift to stomp, F for red flash, super death, and then T for flash, then R for teleport. Of course, you always got the tool tight punch as well. How about we try reenacting part of the scene? So how about upgrade G-Man, there's a toilet, and then corrupted Speakerman. Let's do it. Loudspeaker. Damage. Damage. Take him down. Take him down. Flash away. G-Man's dead. Laser Point's dead. What's left of the Supreme Kick dead. This is a pre-speaking man. And it's dead. Alright. Came of that battle out with 6,005 health. That's pretty great. On to the last Titan, which is upgraded Cameraman. Coming in at 125 points to buy, plus the 450 Roblox Game Pass now. I got a bunch of new abilities. Family got 8,500 health, which is insane. So first off with the abilities, you can double space, just like Speakerman to use a jetpack. And of course you got the stomp by pressing F. And then of course you got the big move, which is core fired. Just shoots it all around. Next we got gravity gun, which will attract toilets to you and then just slam them on the ground. Of course, we got our hammer. Gonna swing that around. And then, of course, we can also shoot cannons, just like Speakerman. So we pretty much got, I'd say, pretty much all the abilities of all the Titans combined in this one. So that's pretty insane. How about we test abilities of upgraded Cameraman with 3 upgraded G-Mans, 3 Super Skibidis. Let's go for it. Down. Easy peasy. Get over here. Oh boy. And a slam down. And there we go. It's easy solo. Easy solo from the upgraded Cameraman. Anyway, I think that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, make sure to ask down in the comments below. And hopefully, by the time I posted this video, maybe we reached 1,000 or not. But if we did, thank you guys so much. And I'll continue posting more content. Maybe like this, maybe different review games. Although to be honest, I do want to move her off of Skibidi Toilet game, maybe some other ones, but if you guys do really like this, make sure to let me know down in the comments and I'll try and make more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.